Boom shakalaka, game over Bitcoin bears. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including game over for Bitcoin bears. What this really means very soon. Before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us on Twitter with the Crypto Love. Push that like button. Now today, fear and greed dead neutral at 50, down from yesterday's 54. The overall market up 2% today. Bitcoin at 29,792, Ethereum at 1859, BNB at 244, XRP 64 cents, Dogecoin 7 cents, Cardano 29 cents, Solana $24, and Tron 7 cents. And Bitcoin right now bouncing off of the 100-day moving average, approaching right now the 50-day moving average once again, where it hits this resistance on the volume profile right here on the side. Where will Bitcoin go in the short term? Tough to say specifically, but almost $400 million of Bitcoin was withdrawn from exchanges yesterday, the third biggest outflows in 2023. Whales outflows occurred from Gemini and BitHum. You can see it right here, the third largest outflow, as whales are expecting approval of the Bitcoin spot ETF, taking hold of their Bitcoin for the long term. Now, a short-term perspective, Bitcoin is just bouncing off of support. We have a little bit longer before Bitcoin hits this support line, which we've seen right here. As Bitcoin approaches it, likely to bounce up once again because we are in a bull market and prices tend to go up when that happens. If you dismiss Bitcoin's lowest price forward trend because of the dip in 2022, remember that Bitcoin's price normally dips below the trend after a bear market, which we see in these times. Bear markets are waiting, not doubting. Bitcoin less than 1,000 days away from $100,000, less than 3 years from $100,000. Some might say, if you watch yesterday's video, 4 months away. Now, if we take a look right now on the weekly chart, the Bollinger Bandwidth profile had held on key support before it dropped below the support. We can see it right down here. Same condition happened in July of 2020. After this drop, Bitcoin went on a massive parabolic bull run from under 10,000 to over $60,000 in a matter of a few months. We could be in for the same thing, potentially having that $100,000 within 4 months. That would be quite spectacular. Turns out Bitcoin's price correlates with breakouts from trend lines and crude oil price. We can see that as we have a breakout in crude oil price, Bitcoin goes on a bit of a run. This has happened time and time again. 74x, 47x, 3x. Well, we have a breakout once again. How high will Bitcoin go this time for $100,000? That's really only a 3.5x from where we are right now. Bitcoin is repeating itself on the Gaussian channel. It turns out that while we have the longest period of red in the Gaussian channel, it has just recently flipped green. Previously, barring the COVID crash, all of these green flips was the bull run ensuing, which would mean the best is yet to come. And looks like, sorry bears, your boat has sailed. It's not very often you get to see a loss spike in a bull market, but if you do, you better act quick. These spikes line up incredibly with local lows. The spike is in and moving to profit. Time is up. We can see we are in bull market. False signals. We had a recent loss spike in April. That was pretty much the last opportunity to buy up some Bitcoin at a dip, at a discount, because guess what? Unlikely it's going to $10,000, especially with those spot Bitcoin ETFs. Now, this cycle looking very, very similar to the 2016 bottom, which we see right here, to the 2017-2018 top, 100x for Bitcoin. If we ignore the halving date for a moment, you'll find a striking similarity between these two cycles. Patterns repeat because human psychology does not change. We have resistance, we have the previous all-time high. As soon as we break out from those levels, likely going much, much higher, much more quickly, and it's looking very, very similar to this previous cycle, which brings us to a friendly reminder for those of you who are maybe waiting for Bitcoin to go to $10,000, or maybe who are just sitting on the sidelines waiting for the price to go up. It could spike very, very quickly, and the next couple years are looking pretty incredible, because if we take a look, the year before the halving, on average, 532%. The year of the halving, 204%. The year after the halving, 2,000%. Now, 2 years after the halving, which we just had last year, was negative 66%. So the worst years behind us. The best years are up and coming. The next 2 years should be very, very cool. Not if you're sitting on the sideline, only if you are involved. And please don't go 100x long. You just want to be spot. But not financial advice. So that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed, push the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.